I was so inspired after early this morning's attempt to lower my vibration. And you know why? It was the small things. So I was able, I went to go get my coffee, and someone actually shared their straw. Somebody else said good morning. You know, the energy was very different, you know. So this is what I wanted to say about shadow work. It's an understanding that everything is energy based and that we can fluctuate. And that's why I like for us to focus on the stabilization of our divine masculine and divine feminine energies, because it can fluctuate dependent on your environmental factors. For example, earlier we seen something that was low vibrational, but then we made a conscious decision to access a higher state of consciousness through the embodiment of our individualized walk. And that's why I labeled one of the videos as a perspective. Okay? There's always going to be the concept of opposition, because that's the way we understand the whole. But in all reality, everything is interconnected. Life, death, female, male. And sometimes we merge in between those concepts. That's why it's good for us to not necessarily solidify anything or any belief. I learned that myself. So everything that I speak about, I am talking about from personal experience. I believe that everything that we do experience can be a catalyst for growth. I'm going to always say that. I'm never going to lie and say that shadow work is easy, because it's not. It requires for us to look at a lot of things that was buried in our subconscious that might not even be here this lifetime, but from previous lifetimes. For those that don't believe in reincarnation and everything, that's fine too, except that they have a limited perspective, because if they want to understand energy, vibration, and frequency, they have to understand the concept that nothing ever truly dies, that we move from one phase to another. That goes with emotions. That goes from our mental state, our emotional state, and even our physical state. We just naturally decline, and that's inevitable. Even when people are scared of death, that's just the one guarantee. We're not guaranteed a job. We're not guaranteed a relationship. At least if you're looking at it from a materialized perspective. But if you look at it from a higher perspective, we understand that there's contracts at play, and that some things cannot be erased or undone, and that there's an energy, whatever we call it, a source energy, that ultimately, if you utilize your potential to connect with it, will help your path, will direct your path in a more sustainable way for you to be able to reside in a higher state of consciousness inside of various different environments. The objective is always to get yourself inside of a better environment, and that's just the truth. Flowers grow better inside of a nice environment with beautiful frequencies, and so do the human body complex, the avatar, or the body, whatever you want to refer to our structure or the current structure of things. With that being said, I express gratitude to Father, Mother, God, the universe, and all of those energies that are assisting me and helping protect me, because I'm not alone. And at one time, you know, you could feel that way. I felt that way. The I didn't really know what it meant. But now I do. And you're not alone. So if you think you're alone, then you really need to sit down and work on the 7th chakra, which is your connection to Father, Mother, God, universe, whatever you want to call it, okay? Sending love and gratitude, and understanding that we're mosaic masters, and we're not expected for everything to always run smoothly. Love, respect. Self-respect is universal respect. Self-love is universal love. Okay?